Question is about the commercialization of childhood, that they now are working on the childhood, and the main reason behind it is that they know the power of catch them early and keep them for life, so that they catch from the early childhood, and at their childhood they have the thick pathways, that pathways remain with us for our life, and that pathways are so thick, and so that the electricity flows effortlessly, and we are connected with these pathways throughout our life until it is replaced by the power of repetition, by the power of habituals. They exactly know that this is the new purchasing power, that this is the new purchasing influence, and they work on it. And that work is not only through the mainstream media, and not only through the food, and not only through the academic industrial complex. So most of the thing play a vital part in capturing those pathways, and that is again covered and filled by the repetitive power of advertisements, by the repetitive power of marketing, and so these pathways become more and more thicker, and we remain with the consumerism and corporations have a connection. Both are very based on each other, and those two support each other. Consumerism support the corporations, and corporations support the consumerism. And here there are a big formula. The formula is the mind sciences, and they exactly know the power of this science, and they know that the prefrontal cortex, which is the key part of the brain that develop up to the age of 25. It is the part of the brain that develop slowly, and it's take time, and its maturity almost reach at age of 26. So we have no consequential thinking up to the age of 26. So that this is the known factor to the advertising companies, and to the marketing companies, and plus the corporations, and they know this power and they use it, and that is the reason they target the audience from the early childhood. And that target you can easily see in their advertisement, in their marketing campaigns, and they exactly know the power of consequential thinking, that these child have no consequential thinking. And the food again play a vital role. Today food is mostly the processed food having sugar, and that is the reason we mostly connected with the amygdala, and our most of the decision are coming from the amygdala, and amygdala is again the survival brain. So the survival brain and the immature prefrontal cortex play again a vital role for increasing the consumerism. And now this industry almost reached to $1 trillion, and that $1 trillion increases every day as this segment of the demographics, that from the childhood up to the age of teens, they mostly give the foundation for the consumerism. And if they become habitual with the consumerism, then they again support their entire life the corporation. So the corporation exactly know this power, and they spend billions of dollars in advertisement in catching the childhood, and now they making this childhood to up to a commercial level, that the parent never understanding how these corporation from the shadows can control our buying habituals, our consumerism patterns, and now they have the power of targeted audience, as they can see their digital footprints. And now we are nearly become screens, and that screen have a digital monitoring, and we remain in very easy pattern. That pattern is totally based on the targeted audience, and again the uh, non-consequential thinking, and further the instant gratification. So these things making these corporation giants, and now they are become the vital part of our living, and they almost working to finish the minimalism, and that minimalism is a threat for the corporation, so that they exactly know these powers, and they work on it, they control it. And that is the reason now our childs, our teens become a support for the corporations, and the parenting lead to the miserability, so that they remain in a miserable level. They have no time, and they remain in the trap of rat race, and that rat race again close our prefrontal cortex, which is responsible for the decision making, which is responsible for the logic, the reasoning, for the logical thinking. And is our approach to the prefrontal cortex reduces, we remain in the trap, we are not thinking critically, and we are flowing with the consumerism, and that support the whole commercialization of the childhood.